And in a massive development, the Maharashtra government has decided to withdraw the general consent clause for Central Bureau of Investigation to probe any case in the state of Maharashtra. Now, the central agency has to take permission from state government if it wants to probe any case in Maharashtra. Earlier, the same decision was taken by West Bengal and Andhra Pradesh government. Arunil joining us on the broadcast more on this. Arunil, good morning. This decision clearly is raising many questions. Why suddenly Maharashtra government has decided to, withdraw the general consent clause?
Well, the reason behind it, Hina, if you look at it, there have been several significant and important cases. One is the Sushant Singh Rajput case, wherein the Maharashtra government and the investigation by the Mumbai Police was heavily criticized by the fans of Sushant Singh Rajput, by many people as well. And after that, the investigation went on to the CBI. Before that as well, the much followed Bhima Koregaon Palghar Parishad case that had gone to the NIA as well. So there have been some criticism with respect to how whether there was any political pressure from the Maharashtra government with the state investigation agencies to not investigate the cases properly. Similar is the demand in the Palghar lynching case as well. There are demands that the case should go to the CBI, and that is probably why the reason comes up that this significant and extremely crucial order has been passed by the Maharashtra government, wherein CBI will have to seek permission from the Maharashtra government to probe any cases which falls under the jurisdiction of the state of Maharashtra. This was, as you rightly mentioned, this was done earlier by the Mamata Banerjee government in West Bengal, as well as in Andhra Pradesh it was done by Chandrababu Naidu government. But later on it was reversed by the Jagan government that came into power. Now, whether this sustains in the state of Maharashtra, that we will have to look at it. But clearly the reason behind it, if you look at it, many of the high-profile cases that the Mumbai police or the Maharashtra government has been investigating, they have gone to central agencies. So that is probably one of the reasons why the Maharashtra government wants to hold back these cases, and also wants the central agencies, mainly the CBI, to take its permission to investigate cases which falls under the jurisdiction of the state.
Right. Arunil, requesting you to stay on with us. In fact, massive face-off has erupted after Maharashtra government blocked CBI from probing cases in the state without consent. The BJP has slammed the Uddhav Sarkar and asked them to explain the reason behind this, and has even accused Maharashtra government of trying to vitiate the atmosphere. Listen in.
It is very shocking and bizarre that government of Maharashtra, without any proper explanation, withdrawn the general consent of the CBI of any inquiry in Maharashtra. Government must come clean and explain to the people of Maharashtra why they have withdrawn this consent. At the time when Maharashtra is suffering from natural disaster and Maharashtra badly needs central assistance, at that time taking this type of decision, government of Maharashtra has vitiating the atmosphere between state and center, and ultimately people of Maharashtra will suffer because of this.
Now Thackeray Sarkar says no entry to CBI. They're afraid their misdeeds may come out. The abuse of the policy power can be stopped, because everybody knows any journalist who speaks against Uddhav Thackeray, Shiv Sena, Congress, NCP, is jailed. The social media activist. This government, the Shiv Sena Gundas, goes to his home and beat him. The misuse and abuse of the policy power can be stopped if CBI is allowed, and that's why no entry to CBI.
Let's go back to Arunil, who continues to be with us. Arunil, now we are seeing BJP clearly escalating its attack on Maha Vikas Aghadi following this decision.
Well, that is right, Hina. In fact, the BJP taking up the case and also attacking the Mahavikas Aghadi government, saying that what is the need to get such an order wherein CBI being a very competent authority, a central agency, not being allowed to investigate in the purview of the state of Maharashtra without the permission of the Maharashtra government. What was the need to bring up such an order? But if you look at it, we tried speaking to some of the Mahavikas Aghadi leaders as well. No reaction as such has came from the Maharashtra government side till now. But clearly it is evident, considering the fact that there have been demands that the Palghar lynching case, in which only 128 people have been arrested so far, lot has been expected to done in the horrific incident that unfolded in Palghar. There have been demands that the investigation should go to the CBI. Similarly, after much criticism of the Mumbai Police and the Maharashtra government, the Sushant Singh Rajput case had gone to the CBI. Probably because of that, the Maharashtra government has now decided that the CBI will have to seek permission of the Maharashtra government to investigate any case which falls under the jurisdiction of the Maharashtra as a state. Now, BJP has taken a complete attack, an all-out attack, questioning the motive and also asking the Maharashtra government, what do they exactly fear?